Okay, folks, we're back with part two of the reveal from the last 3 days. So I don't want to have these videos go real long, but let's start going into what I found in Mason County. Now, I'm just going to go right to the cut to the chase and tell you I found the coolest coin the other day. And this coin, tell me what it is. You know what it is. That's right. It's a large cent. It's an 1851 large cent. The pennies back in the day, see where it says 1 cent on the back. And again, I put a little bit of olive oil on this. Don't do a lot of, I use a toothpick, or I use, my daughter has popsicle sticks. The wood is really easier on picking out and just gently cleaning these coins. And that's what I do. Maybe a little bit of cold water, maybe mixed with a little bit of vinegar, but not much. That was a cool find. So then, or not far away from it, I found this Indian head penny. Now this is kind of a little harder to see. I got to kind of turn it. There it is. There's the Indian head penny. And you can see the Indian head, 1893. So I went from 1851 to 1893. Very cool finds. And then some miscellaneous pennies and a couple of old quarters. That one's really kind of roach, but it's silver. So silver has some value. This is probably worth, I don't know, 10 bucks. So if you're looking to make money. I'm not looking to really make money, but if somebody wants to buy it, give me a call. I'll sell it to you. Same thing, bunch of pennies. Found an old token from the C&O rail lines. So these are tokens that people would buy so that they could ride the train, and probably from the early 1900s. Not real sure, but that's what I think. Then I found this, what appears to be either a Chinese or a Japanese coin. It's very old. So if anyone knows anything about these foreign coins, let me know. We can discuss it. Back to more of the finds. So we went out and I found a home site. So as I'm looking in there into this home site, obviously I find some of the old famous earth turds. You know, you find these everywhere, but I dig them up and I pull them out of there. Why? Because I don't want to find them. I want to get down to the good stuff. I find modern stuff. Sometimes the modern stuff you find is deeper than the older stuff. That large cent that I showed you, literally, it was less than an inch deep in the ground. And I could have very easily just looked over it because my detector was going kind of nuts and whenever it hit it. But then as you got too close to it, then it wasn't hitting anymore. So I was, not being able to find it. So there's more trash. I did find 2 pieces of brass like this. So if anybody knows anything why the pieces of brass, but they were like bars like this. There's no stamps or writing on it. It is brass, so I'm wondering if this is something that was used possibly to repair or mend something with. I don't know, but I'm not really into keeping that. Found an old cap gun handle, so there you go. Probably from the 60s, not very old, but it was cool. I always tell people I found a gun. Well, there you go, found a part of another gun. So there that is. I found some metal. Looks like an old drinking bowl or an old cooking bowl or something like that. Again, I carry it out, put it in my recycling bin. Now, I did find a very old bottle cap. And if you can see, it's got the bullseye on the top. Not sure of how old it is, but I'm guessing probably from the 50s, maybe the 40s. I'm not sure. I'll do a little studying on that. Again, lots of stuff like this, pop tabs, pull tabs. Did find some old glass. So here's some old glass here that I found. So, when you find a blue or a green glass, you know that you're in the right spot. Why do I show you this stuff? Because that's what you're looking for. You'll find some of this stuff on the top of the ground. Start using your eyes, and you'll identify things. Like this right here. This right here is off of an old crock pot. These are, you know, 100, maybe 200 years old. So you can find stuff like that. And it's kind of cool to find it. Junk, mainly. Another cool square nail. I keep those out. I like the square nails. Earth turds. Piece of aluminum. Not old, but recyclable. Ta-da! A little old light bulb. It's hard to tell what you're going to find out there. Obviously, this isn't from the 1800s. So there's just been massive amounts of people that have lived there. And what you got to do is you got to just keep going. You got to keep raking, keep cleaning. And eventually you get down to the 100 to 200-year-old stuff. It's work, but it's worth it. You remember the coins that I found the other day? You remember the jars of coins that I found the other day? You're not going to find that sitting on the couch. You're not going to find that just watching YouTube videos. Watch my YouTube videos. Subscribe to Digging History with Gun Truck LT. Yeah, it's a long title. People are like, why don't you shorten that out? I'm like, because I've got military videos on there as well. So if you want to see some live firefight action from Iraq, you can get on there. You can find that on there as well. So have at it. Again, oh, yes, I found a tooth. Now, that's most likely an old horse tooth or maybe a cow. I'm thinking this is a horse tooth. Maybe the horse that wore this right here. I don't know. But it's a tooth. I saw it. It was in this area. I pulled it out of there. I'm not going to keep this. I'm going to recycle this one because it's a half a horseshoe. But I have plenty of horseshoes. And I save them, the good ones. Clean them up, hang them up. They're great decoration pieces. So again, you're not out here just looking for super old artifacts. Sometimes, you know, you clean something like that up. And guess what? You utilize it for a decoration piece. All right, now we're starting to get into some older stuff. Remember, when you start finding these, folks, really be on your toes because you're into an area. This is a zinc lid. These are from the 30s. These are from the 40s. These are possibly, some of these were around during the 50s. But these are old. This is what people stored their money in. So if you're going to find a cache, this is going to show up and it's going to hit you at a high zinc signal. Okay? Be careful when you dig because the glass is going to bust on you. It may already be cracked from all of the heating and cooling. And if there's water in it, it's froze. It may crack. So you just got to be careful. And if it's full of paper money, if you're very, very lucky, very, super, super lucky, then the paper money, it'll be sealed and it won't have a hole in it. Most likely it'll get a hole in it and the water gets into it after about 65 years. So when that water gets in there, you're screwed. The money is just ruined. So, but don't just throw it out. Take the money, dry it out, pack it up, send it to the U.S. Treasury, and see what they'll send you back. And who knows? Maybe the money that I found, the paper money that I found that I sent back, maybe it's some money stolen in some old famous bank robbery from John Dillinger days or Bonnie and Clyde. And that would kind of be cool to find that out as well. Found a handle. Now this is this is usually off of either an old iron kettle, but I'm thinking this is from an actual iron that they would heat up to press out clothing with. Cool find. Again, great recyclable piece. Sometimes, you know, old metal like this, blacksmiths and stuff that do any blacksmithing now, they sometimes will try to melt this down. They're welcome to it. So, metal bar. This thing was about 16 to 18 inches deep. It's not rebar. It's just a straight metal bar. Who knows what it was used for? Could have been anything. Now, can anyone tell me what this is? Well, I'll tell you exactly what this is. This And when I clean it up, you'll be able to see that there's a keyhole right here. So there's a keyhole right here. I can see where the hole's at. Yeah, my dog's trying to photo bomb me. Heather, come get your dog. All right, so I'm going to have to stop right now, and I'll start another portion here in just a minute. But because we're at the 10-minute mark, and I don't like to keep these videos longer than 10 minutes. So the dog photo bombed me, but that's okay. We'll be right back. Got some more cool finds I want to show you, and then that'll wrap it up. So be right back with Digging History.